hi, one of the questions that we get or concerns that we get is parents who think that their child, they acknowledge that they're struggling, but they think, they'll grow out of it, or they're so young, they're only 4 or 5. By the time they hit grade 1 or they're 6 or 7, I'm sure it will be done and they'll get out of it and the teacher will fix it by the time they get to grade 1. And it's not about denial, but it's about them just not really realizing that there are some skills that will help make the child be successful when they get to school.
So at Kid Mechanics Academy, we actually have a peer group who are typically developing peers. We pair our children with kids from a preschool, and we teach skills like initiating to peers. So how do I go up and talk to peers, or how do I get into their play? A lot of times, providers will teach, hey, can I play with you? It's not an awesome initiation phrase because most of the kids that we work with who are typically developing look up at our kids and say, no, you can't. So, instead we teach phrases like, hey, that's really cool. What's that? Can I see that? Look what I'm doing. And that's a nice way in. We also then teach, okay, great, you've initiated play. Now here's how to sustain it. Here's how to carry on conversation beyond one phrase. Here's how to sustain play. Here's how to engage in multiple sequences of play. So you've got a play garage. Great. It's really cool that you like to put your car through the car wash, but there's about 10 other things you can do with this car garage as well. And we teach our kids that. We also teach our kids to be flexible. So in a school readiness program, we have access to a school. So we vary routine very often so that our kids get used to different routines, changing routines. We also teach our kids to sit in circle, pay attention to the teacher, engage, copy peers, and we teach our kids to engage in other positive behaviors such as conversation skills, play skills, socialization, following teachers' instructions, and imitation.
The goal being, even if it's not so bad right now when your kid is 4 or 5, you want to tackle it now so that it doesn't get worse later on. So pick up on those little things that you feel like your child might not be doing and help them now. And the sooner the better.
And if we can teach our kids how to learn now and how to learn from a group environment, then essentially we've caught them up to their peers and they'll be able to do that in the future. If we don't do that, then they'll probably always stay at this level. And when they're 8, 10 years old and they're at a 4-year-old level, that's when it gets really concerning. So get the intervention now and let your kids succeed.